Today's episode is brought to you by Kinda Funny on Spotify. Did you know that our shows are in video on Spotify? Now you do. Please go follow all of our shows, Kinda Funny Podcast, In Review, Games Daily, and Gamescast. It'll really help us out, and it's free.
Today, in the nerdy news you need to know about, Marvel and Insomniac will collab for many years to come. The PlayStation Portal just got a massive improvement in Nintendo's future plans for films. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. I'm G-Spot, that's B-Hole, and we got quite the show for you, Blessing.
How's it going, Greg?
The one fog machine will never not be funny. It's going well. The chat can rest. I brought my coffee from home in my new Animal Crossing little thermal mug. Woo! And I put it into my Animal Crossing saucer cup that I am still committed to.
I like that. You know, you got the Nintendo fan in you on the table. You got the Xbox fan on you on your chest. You also got the NYC.
Big day for New York City. Big day for New York.
Congratulations, New York. You did it.
Our mayor, all right? The country's mayor, everybody.
You know, I've never been so salty to not be able to vote in a city's election. I'm like, damn, they're across the country, but I wish I could just write in a ballot.
What a, you know, how it was so much fun last night to see all the, like, is this what hope feels like? Everybody kind of feeling it again. Everybody kind of feeling it out there.
Yeah.
Big day for New York. You made the right choice. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. Very stoked about that.
Turns out when you have a very passionate candidate who very much speaks directly into the issues and says the word affordability a lot.
Wow. It has like a stance.
It has
isn't just waffling.
Stances.
Isn't just dancing around it.
Doesn't fucking, you know, like, God, doesn't let themselves like hear certain things and then I guess what am I trying to say? Meet in the middle on certain things is the thing I'm trying to say. Concede. Thank you, Barrett. Concede is the word.
Stand for something, fall for everything.
Exactly.
Now, do I like his stances on how many parades he'll go to? Not particularly. All right, but you know what I mean.
Get your shit together, you know.
Good stuff.
I do like his stance on how many weed shops he's been to. Though,
I do like that stance. Yes, of course. I took a dare pledge. You all took a dare pledge when you worked here, so you can't be doing that. As you know,
marijuana is not a drug.
It's a plant. It just grows like
the fucking most Grateful Dead high thing I've ever heard. Barrett says, "No, not a drug."
I was raised by two deadheads. So
that's true. Fair enough. What is up with that? Can I ask that?
Yeah,
I've been in San Francisco a long time. Don't get me wrong. Hippie culture, I get that. Is that just the end-all, be-all? Is that why the Grateful Dead is so pervasive in the Bay Area? Especially as you go up north. You go up north to all the old people up there, they're all about Grateful Dead.
Well, I think it's also like they like formed here. I don't know if they're all Bay Area local, but yeah, that was the whole like Hayden Ashbury thing was them being like this huge jam band back in the 60s and shit.
It's crazy that it's like still that pervasive.
Oh yeah,
still Deadhead stickers everywhere.
Huge part of the culture.
It was
an important part of San Francisco history. I feel like
this is gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna start seeing it everywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, like, the skull with the lightning bolt in it, right?
Let me tell you, I what was the song? It was "Creep" by Radiohead.
Sure,
was a song that like didn't really.
You never heard it. You never clocked it, and then all of a sudden,
I never clocked it. But like I was watching.
You're gonna see this everywhere now, Bless.
See, I've never seen this before in my life.
You'll see. Open your eyes.
And now I'm going to see it everywhere.
And then you're also going to see this everywhere. The dancing bears.
Mainly in your nightmare. You'll see the bears in your nightmare.
Dancing bear. But yeah, there was a Fat Ham was a play that I saw earlier in the year. It was like a musical that is essentially like a cookout version of Hamlet. And in it, they had a breakdown of they had their own cover of that song by Creed. I don't know why I can't think today. But ever since I saw that musical, I've heard that song everywhere.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, this song is fucking great. I'm adding this to the playlist, and now it's been one of my favorite recent discoveries of a song that's one of the most popular things.
Of course, yeah. But that's how it is. Yeah, you know, Grateful Dead, I've never, I mean, other than what a long strange trip it's been, I feel like it's never infected my pop culture. There was a point where Jen and I had seen it enough where like let's just try it. And we took a long drive one day and listened to it. It wasn't bad by any stretch of imagination, but it is jam band going on for 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Fucking put a lyric in there.
Fair enough. Put a lyric in there.
Shout out to the United States Blues, though. That's a good song. I like that. The US
I'll
Blues.
check that out.
You go to orchestras and be like, yo, where the...
Oh, I do. I don't go to orchestras mainly because of it.
Funny enough, I'm going to an orchestra tonight.
Oh, yeah?
With a lyricist, actually. Yeah, the rapper Nas is doing...
I know him.
Yeah, he's doing his classic album over an orchestra.
Nice.
So.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, going with Tim, Roger.
I went to a play the other week.
Oh.
Or, I'm sorry, a musical the other week.
Ooh.
And it was so bad we left in the
No.
Stereophonic, thumbs down.
Wow.
Not an engaging story. And there's it was 45 minutes to the first song. Like, what kind of fucking musical is this?
Wow.
Maybe we were sold and it doesn't matter. If you didn't know, everybody, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, and podcast services around the globe. If you like that, we'd like you to pick up a Kind of Funny membership to help keep the lights and mics on. Of course, you can toss us $10 on patreon.com/kindoffunny, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple and Spotify, and get all of our content ad-free. Get your daily dose of me in a series we call Gregway. And of course, get good karma for supporting an 11-person small business all about live talk shows. No bucks to toss our way, no big deal. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, and we'd love that free 30-day subscription they don't remind you about to go to us. If you do have a couple bucks, you could always super chat. youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Just like everybody else, I missed this. JB says, love when Zoran quoted Spider-Man in his speech.
Oh, I didn't hear that either.
Mom Donnie's the man. You know what I mean?
Which one of us?
He had a bunch of YouTube videos too.
Cuomo also weirdly, I don't know if he did it on purpose.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
He did
No,
that.
really? That's just...
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
He was the guy on the bridge in Spider-Man throwing fucking rocks at goddamn Green Goblin. New York, you're a funny place.
I love New York.
Another nightlife 2025. Abigail in my home state, Virginia. I love Blue Virginia and all of Kind of Funny. We love you. Congratulations over there too.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
We'll get more super chats as we go because they're already rolling in about PlayStation Portal and other things, just like you could be part of the show, but I digress. Housekeeping for you. We are all about live talk shows. After today's Kind of Funny Games Daily, you're going to get the Gamescast, which is more thoughts on Pokemon ZA from the team. After Gamescast is the Kind of Funny podcast, and then the stream is me and Blessing, and to a lesser extent, Andy playing Arc Raiders. I can't fucking wait.
It's going to be a good time.
I've only been playing solo. This will be my first time being in a room talking with people, doing the thing. We're gonna ruin some people's lives, really scare them.
Is that how you play? Are you going in?
No, I mean we're gonna get killed a lot. I bet we kill a lot. The squad.
You're not communicating with people and trying to become friends.
Oh, well, this is the whole thing. You should go listen to the review we did because it is like when you're solo, you're put into a world with other solo players.
Oh.
So last night I did run into a place and I'm playing on the ROG, and so I ran into there, and I don't have the mic set up. I could, but I'm just tired. Usually when I'm on the ROG, it's not the whole setup. And so I ran into a room yesterday, and as soon as I came in, I saw the chatter of somebody on the thing, and I came around the corner and I threw up the emote "Don't shoot me." And the guy's like, "Oh, hey, don't worry, man. I'm not gonna shoot you. There's some stuff over there, Solo is a very somebody put it really well in the comments of the Gamescast review from this week of squads, it's you versus the other squads. Solo, it's us versus the arcs. And I was like, oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, Mike, they were really trying to make friends yesterday in trios, and they had a rough time yesterday, Bless. Yeah. But I also think it's Mike reaped what he sowed a little bit in terms of starting the first Arc Raiders weekend with camping out and immediately killing people, and they got a lot of that handed to them yesterday.
I'm starting to see Game of the Year talk with Arc Raiders.
Really?
Maybe this is just off of the Metacritic.
Multiplayer game of the year. I mean, something like that. And I'm saying somebody doesn't play a lot of multiplayer.
That's fucked up. You know what I mean? Just taking the multiplayer out of it. Why can't a multiplayer game just be game of the year?
I think this year is fucking stacked for games of the year. That's why.
Oh, so you think Arc Raiders?
It ain't no Expedition 33. It ain't no Bonanza.
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying.
You ain't played.
I'm saying I've seen the talk. Well, then because of the talk, I'm like, man, maybe I might need to check this out.
You're checking it out today with me and Andy. It'll be great. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is going to be a live stream on Patreon after Kind of Funny Games Daily. I listened to some podcasts in the car. I didn't want to stop. And then when I got here, I was like, well, I went through and I was like, wait, you know what? I was on Patreon looking at comments. I was like, you can go live here. I never go live here. So I'm going to go live for $10 patrons, and then obviously that'll get shared everywhere else to where you get your membership, just as a trial. We'll see what we like about that. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. See, it's weird.
Yeah, right?
For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 7 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
Okay, I'm not going to do it now. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed something. It's November 5th.
Yeah.
The Megalodon is still here and lit up.
It
How
is.
long do you think we get to skate by before Nick realizes he could throw away the Halloween decoration?
I mean, it's not even Nick, it's me.
You have a problem with the Mego?
Yeah,
What's
well,
wrong with
because
Mego?
there was
Lego
originally
Mego.
the Megalodon was going to live next to one of the cameras I saw.
Oh.
And I came in on a Monday morning. I was like, nope. And I moved it.
That's fair. But now he's over there by the empty space. The space between spaces.
I give him another week.
Ah, shit. Number 1 on the Roper Report, Marvel Games says it'll continue to work with Spider-Man and Wolverine studio Insomniac for many years to come. This is the one, the only, Chris Scullion at VGC.news. The boss of Marvel Games has implied that the upcoming Wolverine game won't be its last collaboration with Insomniac Games, and that the studio will be involved with Marvel for the foreseeable future. Insomniac is currently working on its 4th Marvel game, Marvel's Wolverine, which is set for release in fall 2026, following the critically and commercially successful Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's not yet officially known what the studio has planned next, however. A hint may have been dropped by Marvel Games general manager Haluk Mendez. Have we ever met Haluk?
I don't think I have.
Okay. However, who recently stated that Marvel and Insomniac will continue to work together beyond the release of Wolverine. In an interview with Game Informer, Mendez was asked about Marvel's philosophy regarding video games. He replied that one of the company's responsibilities is to make sure its IP is made available to the next generation of creators, continuing the tradition set up by its comic books. Quote, "We've spent upwards of a decade building the Marvel Games portfolio, and it's been fun watching the tapestry unfold game by game and to see players' reactions," he explained. Mendez then noted that when a partner creates a successful product with Marvel Games, it essentially becomes part of the family. He cited Insomniac as the perfect example of this, stressing that Wolverine won't be their last collaboration. Quote, "We also actively seek collaborations we actively seek collaborators this should be a who. Come on, Mendez. Who taught you journalism? Want to take on the same mantle," he said. As is usually the case, once we complete a project together, they too become Marvel. Marvel's Wolverine with our dear friends at Insomniac Games is perhaps the epitome of this philosophy. We have been working together for more than a decade and developed such a shorthand across multiple Marvel's Spider-Man games that when the time finally came to bring Logan back in spectacular and visceral fashion, it was obvious to everyone on our team that Insomniac was the perfect choice. It was our shared culture and values that brought us together, and we're so proud to continue collaborating for many years to come. Blessing.
Greg.
You infamously hate Insomniac. They are not S tier. You thought Spider-Man Miles Morales was a joke.
Well, those are very exaggerated forms.
I'm boiling down your thoughts. I'm boiling
down.
It's a good boil down.
Yes,
it's a concentrate.
I think this is. It's fascinating. It's unsurprising, but I think hearing it directly from the mouth of somebody from Marvel Games,
yes,
puts it in a place of, okay, we can talk about this a little bit more concretely now. I think there are 2 ways to have this conversation, and I want to start off with almost like the uninformed way, right? Let's pretend.
Oh, I love being stupid.
Let's pretend like we've not seen any leaks. Let's pretend like we have no idea what's rumored and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I would hear this news and go, "Oh, cool, Spider-Man 3. We're gonna get Spider-Man 3. That makes sense. That's not a surprise." Now, if we're stepping into the world where we do see,
that was it. We were in Dumbtown for a little bit.
Okay. Do you have anything more to add to Dumbtown?
I love being in Dumbtown. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 3 would be the no-brainer.
Yeah. So let's step out of Dumbtown and into the town of people who have been on the internet before,
Yeah.
and see the conversation, see the rumors, see the leaks, and I want to preface this with leaks, of course, may be true. Plans change.
Of course.
Leaks aren't as
maybe the guy whose whole thing was we need to make live service games is no longer at the company. Every live service game has failed at the company. Maybe maybe the plans have changed.
Oh man, remember that trailer of the Spider-Man multiplayer game?
Yeah,
that came and went, and that was like when you think about the amount of things that Insomniac
leaked
must
trailer.
have been the leaked trailer. Yeah. the things that Insomniac must have been working on that might have not come to fruition and still might not come to fruition.
It's hard to say, obviously. You think of all the things that didn't come to fruition. You think of the Spider-Man multiplayer trailer. You think of the rumored from the leak X-Men game, right?
Yeah. X-Men and Venom, I think, were the two big ones.
X-Men was multiplayer, right? I'm not wrong on
No,
that?
I think X-Men was single player.
Oh shit! Was it just the Spider-Man ones multiplayer?
I want to say it was just the Spider-Man one.
Thank God that didn't happen. And you imagine they're breathing a sigh of relief over there, if because you imagine, as we've talked about before, it's not necessarily a mandate, but it is. Hey, boss is saying they want live service games. Could we do something like that? Like, let me try out the Spider-Man. Like, was Insomniac's heart really in that? Is that what they wanted to do for their next Spider-Man game, or in continuation of that franchise? I would think no, based on that not being their MO.
Yeah,
get that Ratchet and Clank all for one game out of here.
And that's another wrinkle that we can come back to is what happens with Insomniac original stuff. Because as we're having this conversation, I start to think about the future of Insomniac.
Yeah.
This is something that me and Roger talked about months and months and months ago on a Gamescast, where we did the hot takes episode where people write in with their hot takes and we talk about them. Yeah. One of the ones that somebody wrote in with was talking about how they were tired of the Insomniac like Spider-Man games. They wanted Insomniac to continue to do their original stuff, being Ratchet and Clank and Sunset.
Fuck up. I see that chat over here. Oh, my beloved Resistance is done, says Sean. Sean, hit the bricks.
And like,
we'll play Call of Duty.
Me and Roger had the back and forth on it, but I look at Insomniac as being such a fit for Spider-Man, we'll play Wolverine, but I imagine such a fit for Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this version of Insomniac. I want more Ratchet. I don't want them to abandon Ratchet and never make a Ratchet again. But I really like the fact that
recycle Clank. Put Ratchet in the euthanasia chamber.
No,
all right, it's over.
Ratchet.
All right, we're done.
Clank.
Take him to the vet. Have him put down. He was rabid. All right.
But I look at Insomniac as being
the last one won our game of the year.
Put him down. And nobody was happy about it. Nobody was happy about them winning.
Andy and Mike were, okay.
Andy sucks, and so does Mike.
I mean,
I have to have opinions today, I've decided.
Yeah. I don't think there's anybody, this is my hot take, right?
Ratchet slops as CJ Shores.
I don't know if there's any studio that's more capable of making a Spider-Man video game than Insomniac.
It's the interest, 1,000%, especially with this much institutional knowledge. What do we talk about every time there's a layoff or a studio closure, right? It's the institutional knowledge you lose. I'm joking, obviously, I mean, to a degree of like, making fun of Sean about talking about Resistance, even talking about Ratchet, which has been more recent than Resistance. But you really think like, yes, there's a lot of old heads at Insomniac. Marcus is the one working on Wolverine, and Marcus has been there forever. I've known Marcus forever, right? But it is that idea of how many people have come and started their journey in Insomniac and now are in year 5, year 7 of their career, and all they've worked on are Spider-Man games. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I understand wanting Resistance, but like, Ted Price is gone. Who else that we aren't even big names that have left and moved on?
Does Insomniac want Resistance?
Is that team there? Like, that's a team that's come together. Like, man, I really love what you're doing with the superhero stuff. Let's keep doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd love as somebody who loves the Spider-Man games, every fucking weekend Ben still plays, jumps in there, goes out and does the crimes. It stops the crime.
Whoa.
I can't wait for Wolverine, but yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with Wolverine, let alone what they do next. In this conversation with Marvel, right? Whether it is the leaked, rumored, whatever, Venom, leaked X-Men game, whatever. Like, any of that, I'd be so excited to see from them. And I think it would also give what you're talking about in the Hot Takes episode, the pump your brakes on Spider-Man, all right? Yeah, we've had 3 Spider-Man games. Can you reinvent the wheel on what it is already? I do think, like, you could come out and do the Venom game, which would play incredibly different than a Spider-Man game. Not incredibly different, but different than a Spider-Man game, yeah. Right? And then let alone get into this Wolverine thing. And if Marvel's like, yeah, you guys are killing it, keep making stuff, what are the other superhero games they'd like to see Insomniac take on as we see every other giant Marvel games just fail, just go away?
Yeah.
Where's this Captain America, Black Panther, Amy Hennig game? Whoosh.
Just got delayed.
The Black Panther EA game, dead.
Well, that's dead.
We got Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming in just less than a month.
No. Okay, but that's still in my wheelhouse. That's not a AAA game of how we're talking. We're talking about open world, Iron Man, open world, everybody, this, that, the other.
I would say, though, that I think you're getting as many successes as you're getting failures. I think the traditional single-player action game, maybe you're getting more failures there. But like when you shift over to other genres, yeah, like Marvel Cosmic Invasion, sure, it's indie. Marvel Rivals, though, that's a gigantic success. Marvel Took on Fighting Souls, that looks like it's going to be a gigantic success.
Blade,
I have faith in Blade.
Still happening, yeah.
We got to see more, but I have faith in Blade. I mean, Guardians was kind of like, it was a good video game, not like amazing. Kind of came and went a little bit, but Guardians of the Galaxy was good. You know?
Yeah.
And so
I'm not talking shit about Marvel Games' output. I just mean right now it feels like to the
Insomniac
quote
like
here from Mentes of like, we're more than a decade in. Like, not to beat a dead horse, I remember me and Tim being there when they launched this. So, we got invited to that Age of Ultron screening, and it was like a back shoehorned in of like, oh, by the way, we're relaunching Marvel Games. Here's Bill Roseman. Here's Mike Jones. They're all talking about this thing. Great, cool.
Who?
Love it.
Thank you.
It only took me a decade to figure it out. But anyways, it's like here we are, and it's like we still don't have. It's crazy that you don't have a Captain America game, that an Iron Man game, a Daredevil game, and I'm talking about these games that are like they all are Spider-Man, they all are Batman Arkham, like you know what I mean? Like that we figured this out and we work with these partners and we have these whole things.
You're right, and I think part of that is just that there's not many Insomniacs out there.
True, 100%. Which is why we're going to work with you forever.
Yeah. And so to make this fun, what are Insomniac's next 3 video games they're putting out? Predict for me.
You're tricky.
Predict
today.
for me.
You're tricky. Well, Wolverine, so done.
Okay, sure.
No, I'm kidding. You can move past
Beyond
that.
Wolverine.
Beyond. I do. I think even though people have been like, wow, why haven't we heard anything about it? It was in the leak and yada, yada, yada. I think Venom makes sense. I think a Venom game does make sense because, again, what was the real criticism of Spider-Man 2, right? It was more Spider-Man. We've done, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gave him web wings, cool, and like whatever, but it's like we've done this and we've kitted out him and Miles. We know their gadgets. We know the third version of that game already. I think, obviously, taking years off to make Wolverine here, and I know there's different teams, but you know what I mean? Stick with me. Giving gamers all of a sudden, here's this Wolverine game, and then the next game is Venom, and it is in the Spider-Man universe, but you are Venom, and you're like, you could still use what you've built, but you could suddenly give, because I'm assuming it's going to be a new Venom, right? I don't know if it is the symbiote getting over onto whoever, you know what I mean? I don't think we're playing at, no spoilers for Spider-Man 2, I guess. I don't think we're playing as that Venom. It's on a new person, whether it just be Eddie Brock or something like that, which probably isn't going to happen because it's not fun. But put it on to somebody, and then it is, now we have to learn the skills, the kits. This does feel like more like Hulk, and we're smashing and doing these things. I think that would be another, hey, you're getting more Spider-Man so we can continue to ride the success we've found with this franchise. And again, our engine, our New York, this thing we've already built. But it isn't, oh man, it's just Spider-Man again. It's Spider-Man 4 or 3.
Or even like Spider-Man Miles Morales too, right? Like we've gotten so much Spider-Man. I'm down for that. I've been back and forth on the Venom game, if it's actually happening or not. I feel like I heard through the grapevine that like, no, that's not a thing. Like it was a thing, but then it's not a thing anymore. But I've also
I could easily believe.
Yeah, but I've also heard conflicting things the other way now recently, where it's like reports of people saying, no, that Venom game is happening.
You and me have talked about it on the shows before, right? Of like, what is everybody's read on Spider-Man 2? Because it seems like a game that, granted, it's probably the subreddits I'm looking at, but it seems like the more time that passes, the more people sour on it and just be cranky about it.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine, although that's not influencing what Insomniac's plan was, that taking a breath from just putting us back into Peter and or Miles' shoes would be good. And to be able to, again, use what you have and use the narrative you already have, right? Where it is Venom having to deal with Norman Osborn and wherever he is in his journey. You know what I mean? Like that could be fun. There's a whole bunch of stuff you could do there to really set you up for whatever Spider-Man 3 would be, which seems like some kind of climax to where we've gone on the story already.
If I'm going to plan out the next 4 games from Insomniac.
Oh, you went from 3 to 4? Okay.
Well, I'm including Wolverine.
Okay, thank you.
You get Wolverine next year. Soon after, you get Venom. It's a smaller scale game comparable to Miles Morales. Because I like the idea of playing as Venom, but I don't know how much juice there is as far as like making a 30-hour game around Venom. I think people would be totally okay with a 7-hour, game, 10 hours to complete kind of experience.
And Venom is so fucking popular. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just in general as a cool character, but like, look at those movies which were dog shit and were so fucking popular.
Yeah, you put Venom on a video game box, you put the word Venom, the character, and it's going to sell. It's going to fly off the shelves.
And you call it Spider-Man : Venom.
You don't even have to call it Spider-Man. You just call it Venom. I think it's fine.
I think you would too. I think Marvel's Venom would be dope, but I
think you either call it Marvel's Venom, or you could even go as far as like Venom versus Carnage or something like that. I think you could. Coming off of Venom, let there be Carnage or whatever.
Yeah.
I think
there's another one after that too. Remember?
God,
Venom: The Last Dance.
Oh fuck, that's the only one I watched.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
you got choked up.
Dude,
at the end.
Let me tell you. So yeah, Wolverine, a smaller Venom game. Spider-Man 3,
really?
and then X-Men.
See, I think you let Spider-Man 3 marinate even longer. I think we gotta miss Spider-Man, and I don't feel like people miss Spider-Man. Again, maybe I'm just warped by what I see when I open Reddit or whatever, but I think you'd let it marinate more than that.
When did, and granted, this is like a different era, different time. When did Uncharted 3 come out? Was that 2011?
Ish.
Yeah.
We were down in the new IGN studio.
And then Uncharted 4 was 2016? 2015?
2016.
2016?
For Uncharted. Yeah.
I mean, that's like 5 years, and I feel like when Uncharted was brought back, people were like ready and jonesing.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're already talking about a Wolverine and then a Venom, then we're getting into 2028, 2029. At that point, it's been
that's where
5-6 years since Spider-Man
like by the
2.
time we get to the Spider-Man 3/X-Men portion of this, I think we're into the PlayStation 6.
Spider-Man 3 has to be a PS6 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think it's the thing where, fuck the people that are tired of Spider-Man. Spider-Man sells. Spider-Man's our highest selling thing. And if you have a new PlayStation console leading off with Spider-Man, like that needs to be your flagship. So yeah, I think you put Spider-Man 3 out, and then that then ushers you into, all right, new frontier, X-Men. Like this is what we are now.
Zillin, Greg listening to Vocal Minority too much. Little Spider-Man did great, and not only in terms of sales, but critical acclaim. I know that, and I'm not arguing that. The conversation I've had here with you in the chat for multiple weeks now is, what is the temperature of the audience right now on Spider-Man? I'm aware of the facts. I've never said those aren't facts.
Yeah, 2 years later,
And I do think, like, when I think about the people that might be sour, like I'll even pull myself into the conversation of, like I played Spider-Man 2. I thought it was a fantastic game, but like I don't look at it as being, we talked about this, right? Yep. It's not like a 10 out of 10 to me. I'm like, no, this is what a Spider-Man game needs to be, right? In that 8.5 range. So like, give me something that is fun, get in, get out. But I think a lot of that temperature is based off of maybe people didn't like certain story beats, which I didn't like. I think a lot of people didn't like certain story beats in the game as far as like how you handle the Venom character. Like, I think it was just a little bit messy / it didn't give people that satisfaction.
Like doing both Kraven and Venom stuff, it was just like, it was too much to pay attention to.
But 100% of those people are still going to buy Spider-Man 3.
100%. Yeah. In the live chat right now for Super Chats, Bander SN says, started a replay of Spider-Man 1. Was in a New York mood last night. Shit still slaps, despite being slower than 2.
I was also thinking that last night.
Donnie 2025.
What if I just jump back in? It's like, it feels right in the moment. Also, where do we think Song of the Deep 2 fits into like their next?
Man, your lips to God's ears.
Man, I didn't even make room for a Ratchet in that list of games, which probably speaks to where we're at.
They won't either, probably.
Kyle Super Chats and says, I just don't want them to become the Marvel studio. Their success should allow them to explore their own original ideas and not rely on IP if they don't want to. And I hear you, Kyle. My argument is I bet they want to.
Yeah.
This seems like a very fruitful relationship where when I talk to Brian about Spider-Man, as you see in these spoiler casts, it seems like he's living his best fucking life making that. Marcus, who I've known for years, I haven't talked to about Wolverine yet because obviously I don't want everything spoiled. I'm sure he looks like he's having a great time. Like, I feel like, again, you're bringing people in to make these kind of games. And I hear you, of course, I don't want people making it. But, like, again, like, Insomniac is the studio that had to eat shit with Fuse. Insomniac is the studio that made I think, an amazing, fun, really great game in Song of the Deep that nobody played except me. Like, it's like, people make games because they want people to play games. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's developers and creators there who have something to say that isn't in a superhero game. But if the studio is becoming the superhero genre,
I'm not going to work at Jimmy John's because I want to make lasagna. You know what I mean? Like,
that's great. But I'm stealing that. Yeah.
Because I hear this argument all the time. Like, we had this Blue Point conversation weeks and weeks ago about Blue Point making remakes versus people wanting Blue Point to make original content and all that stuff. And I think it's okay to have a specialty. I think it's okay to have a bread and butter because guess what? I'm going to Pizza Hut to eat pizza. Right now, I'm going to Insomniac to play a really great third-person action game. And that's probably going to be a Marvel thing. Maybe that's a Ratchet thing, right? But whatever it is, I want it to be Insomniac. And Insomniac really excels with this thing in the way that so many studios have their own thing. Like, when you say you want Insomniac to continue to do like their own original IP or whatever it is, like, what does that look like? Are you talking about a game that's like Sunset Overdrive but different? Are you talking about a first-person shooter? Because I think there's a certain point where it's like, what are we doing? Just make the thing. Like, this is who you are as a studio. Keep making what you're great at.
Yeah, 100%. And so I think, when you get into this, like, Let them make what they want. I'm interested if they want to make Ratchet and Clank. I think Ratchet and Clank obviously is synonymous with PlayStation, as we've talked about recently on a PS I Love You, Gamescast that was a PS I Love You. What is PlayStation in 2025? Like, as PlayStation is trying to get back to basics here of what makes them PlayStation and put out things that make money and commit to the IP they know make money. Like, are we aching for a new Ratchet and Clank? In the same way we looked at Rift Apart and it was such a great use of what the PlayStation 5 could do. Is that what you do with PlayStation 6? Hey, make a Ratchet and Clank that takes advantage of whatever the special bells and whistles of PlayStation 6 are.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how you fit that in as well. It'll be interesting to see. Of course, Zane super chats and says, Venom, Deadpool, X-Men is my hope for the next 3 games.
Deadpool. Somebody has to make a Deadpool game again, I think.
I guess VR. VR this year, right?
You know what? Never mind.
You strap your meta to your face. You're all set to go.
We don't need another Deadpool game. We don't.
I would take Daredevil before Deadpool.
Dude, fuck. Goddamn. Again, the fact that nobody has gone at Marvel games, just make a Batman Arkham Asylum Daredevil. Just give it that combat system.
I forget if we've done this already, because I know we've done forms of this. But like, we got to do we each come with our own Marvel games pitch of what IP do you match to what studio? Because I would like the conversation of, all right, who is going to make the Daredevil game? Who is going to make the Doctor Strange game?
Yeah.
I'm sure we've done this before, but maybe it's time to do it again.
I think it's just people overthink it, where it's like, again, if I was in the Marvel boardroom here, Marvel games, we want to do this, make a Daredevil. I've said this before. I'm like, make a Daredevil and make a Batman Arkham Combat and whatever. And people go, oh, well, Daredevil's not popular enough to have an Arkham-sized game or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I don't agree necessarily, but cool, let's make a AA Daredevil game. And you know what I would say? Let's make a Daredevil game that's fucking Sifu. Let's just have it be like get the most indie of indies we can find that wants to do this. And it's a Daredevil game where it launches with 4 rooms. Endless guys come into these rooms and you have to beat them before you go down. What's your high score can you put? Well, we overthink this all the time.
For sure.
And also, like, I feel like that was one of the most popular mods, was putting Daredevil into Sifu. And then also the Netflix show was super popular, and when that came back, people were very excited for it. Like, the actual reception, maybe a little bit wavering here and there, what have you. But like, I feel like Daredevil is popular enough to justify at least today in 2025 an Arkham Asylum size game, which
I would think so.
It's crazy.
They don't listen to me, apparently. Omega Buster says an Insomniac Morbius game. Let's go. This was definitely worth the $10.
Morbin time.
And then we're into people. Oh no, this is kind of here. Professor White T says, watching old in review, I would have loved to be in the theater with Nick and Andy when they booed Tobey Maguire in No Way Home with everyone else cheering.
I don't remember that. It's very funny.
I don't remember Andy doing that. He didn't.
My favorite story from in review is Nick hopping over the rail.
I think about it every time we're in that theater.
Yeah.
When Nick jumped over that thing and realized how high he really was.
I forget who. I think I must have been like Yusuf or somebody that pointed at the rail and was like, "That's the one. That's the one that Nick jumped over."
Idiot. Let's move on to story number 2 after I tell you about the Kinda Funny membership. Remember, over on patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, and of course, Apple and Spotify, you can pick up the Kinda Funny membership to get all of our shows ad-free, support a small business, and get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series I call Gregway. However, right now, you're not using your benefits, so here's a word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by a absolutely amazing and free way that you can support Kinda Funny. Very often, y'all ask, what's the best way to support Kinda Funny? Not with money, but with our love and our support. And right now, the best way you can do that is by supporting us on Spotify. We've been getting a lot of really good energy, good juice going with the support we've been getting on Spotify, and Spotify are starting to notice. So if y'all could do me a favor, even if you don't normally listen to us on Spotify, it would go such a long way if you can go to the pages for the Kinda Funny podcast, Kinda Funny Games Daily, Kinda Funny Gamescast, and Kinda Funny in Review, and follow them on Spotify. Go rate them as high as you want to rate them, as accurately as you want to. But if I'm being real, I'd really prefer if you just did as high as you're willing to go. It would go such a long way for us. We have video on Spotify now, and that's an amazing opportunity for Kinda Funny to get in front of an entire new audience. YouTube, been there, done that. We, are kind of where we're probably going to be forever. But on Spotify, the potential is limitless, and that is all up to you and your support. So thank you very much wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us, wherever you put your hard-earned dollars. We really, really appreciate you. But we always want to be here for you, whether it's free or not. We love you. Thank you so much.
Number 2 on the Roper Report. Cloud streaming officially arrives on PlayStation Portal today. This is from the PlayStation blog. At PlayStation, we're always working to push the boundaries of how players experience games. Since the PlayStation Portal Remote Player first launched back in November 2023, we've continued to evolve the device with updates like enhanced public Wi-Fi support and UX improvements. Last year, we also introduced the cloud streaming beta, which allowed PlayStation Plus premium members to access select PlayStation 5 games from the PlayStation Plus catalog and Classics catalog via cloud streaming without needing to connect a PlayStation 5 through Remote Play. Today, we're excited to share that the PlayStation Portal is receiving one of its biggest updates yet. Starting November 5th, that's today, at 6 p.m. Pacific, cloud streaming for PS5 games officially launches on PS Portal for PlayStation Plus premium members, along with a variety of new features that enhance how you play. PlayStation Plus premium members can now stream select digital PlayStation 5 games from their own library. At launch, thousands of PlayStation 5 games support cloud streaming, including blockbusters such as Astrobot, Borderlands 4, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Fortnite, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Resident Evil 4. In addition, hundreds of compatible games from the PlayStation Plus game catalog and Classics catalog, including Cyberpunk 2077, God of War Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, Sword of the Sea, and The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, are also streamable directly from the cloud. Cloud streaming unlocks new ways to play. Enjoy a game side by side with a friend who's using your PS5 under a separate account, or stream your favorite game while someone else watches a movie on the console. Cloud streaming also makes it easier to enjoy PlayStation 5 games on the go, at a hotel, cafe, friend's place, or anywhere else with high-speed Wi-Fi internet. Since you can keep playing even when your PlayStation 5 console back home is powered off or is in use by another account. Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Greg Miller.
Finally.
It's
great news.
Yeah, I when I read this today, I was like, oh, thank God. I can finally blow the dust off my PlayStation Portal and get some use out of the thing.
You're
and
never gonna do this.
Well, it's because it's PlayStation Premium and I don't have Premium. I don't pay for PlayStation Plus.
You got Essential? Is that what you're doing?
I got whatever the lowest thing is. I think that's Essential, right? Yeah, I got Essential so I can play online, but extra cool. Like, you get all these different games that you can play. Premium is like, I ain't gonna play, fucking Ape Escape. Like, what am I doing? What are you doing? And if you have Premium, I want you to write in or super chat in with like, why do you have Premium? Because this is a good reason. Like, I think this is actually like a great addition for this if you're a PlayStation Portal user. I just don't feel like paying for Premium. I'm a cheap person though.
I'm super cheap. Don't worry about that. I understand that 100%. Yeah, I think again, I'm just happy to see the Portal get more use and hopefully move us to a dedicated PlayStation handheld. Yeah. Because this, again, we've talked at length about how PlayStation has been open of, wow, the Portal did better than we expected it to. And so here we are now with it getting a great feature, really. Cloud streaming, awesome. And it is that idea of like, if I think you all kept up with it, but if you're not for some reason, I know it's 2025, you understand, you don't need to, like, you could take your Portal with you before and then try to remote play to your console back home, but like, now we're talking about a whole bunch of different internet latencies. Yeah. Whereas this is just, this can be in your bag now on the road, booted up from the hotel if it has a good Wi-Fi, and you're off to the races to play what you already have. And as somebody who remote plays so much, has streamed so much, I'm always happy to see more options, and especially for PlayStation to really get in there.
Now, I like this one from Samson L, who writes in and says, could I use this service without owning a PS5 console and only having a Portal with a premium subscription? Are we cutting out the PS5 console out of the
right
thing?
I don't see, would there be no, you could have this now and be cloud streaming as long as you have PlayStation Plus premium.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I would look maybe for an asterisk of just like in terms of setup, right? Like, do you need to have a PS5 to set up your Portal initially? Just like weird shit like that,
Yeah, again, we are talking about at 6 p.m. you'll know more.
Yeah.
Theoretically, no, you should not need that. When you boot up the Portal and turn it on for the first time, you get the QR code to scan in, or you can log in manually. So if you can buy a PlayStation Plus subscription on the PlayStation Plus online store, which I'm on right now. So yeah, you should be able to go in there and just get the goddamn thing done and roll for it. Which is why Jeff C says PlayStation Portal is now an entry point into PlayStation, which is an interesting,
I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, exactly. How much they selling the PlayStation Portal for now? PS?
Whatever it is, it's probably too much.
What? Well, yeah, I mean,
everything's
too much.
expensive.
Yeah,
Everything's too much.
PlayStation Portal I can buy for $200 at Best Buy.
You know what?
That's not bad.
That's actually not as bad as I thought.
GameSpot, maybe this is refurbished.
Because it's a nice piece of hardware.
170, 160.
Like, it feels like an expensive, fancy piece of hardware. So much so that I don't travel with it. Partly because I'm not going to use it. But, like...
I mean, up until now, why would you? It's $200 on Amazon, too. Yeah, I think... I mean, it's use cases and your mileage vary, but as somebody who travels a lot and does all this stuff a lot, yes, PlayStation Portal and Remote Play are great, but I've had worse experiences with Remote Play when I'm not in the same building as my system.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never traveled with my Portal because it just doesn't make sense. I've traveled with my PlayStation because I got to play something. I did Ghost of Yotei in a New York hotel room.
Yeah.
But like, this would change that in terms of like, yeah, now you could do this and just cloud in if the cloud's good, which, you know, PlayStation and everyone has been investing in trying to make it the best they can.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm happy to see that happen.
Shiny Ryuji in the super chat says Tekken 3 just came to Premium Bless, and I've heard very good things about that Tekken 3 port. I've heard it's probably one of the best ways to play Tekken 3. I'm not going to play I'm not going to pay the premium monthly amount to then play just Tekken 3. You know what I mean? Like, I need reasons to come back. What are the other? I'm going to look into this myself. What are the other big features of PlayStation Premium? Because I know it's not just
PlayStation Premium, monthly games, online multiplayer, exclusive discounts, exclusive content, cloud storage. I don't know why I'm counting them. Share Play, game catalog, Ubisoft Classics, Classics catalog, game trials, PlayStation 5, cloud streaming, and Sony Pictures catalog.
Those aren't all premium exclusive things, though, right?
No, that's your list of it. Comparing them side by side here, it looks like the first difference would be the Classics catalog, the game trials, the cloud streaming, and the Sony Pictures catalog.
Yeah, you need a few more bullet points.
Don't you want the Sony Pictures catalog?
No. I don't even know what's in. Is it just Venom Let There Be Carnage that's in there? What's in the Sony Pictures catalog?
A lot of good stuff. The Sony
three
Pictures.
Venom movies and Morbius.
The Sony Pictures catalog is there.
And Men in Black.
Oh, man. Well,
all I need
21
is
Jump
the
Street less.
Cloud storage and every once in a while online multiplayer.
That's where I'm at. That's where, like, it was probably a year ago where I looked at this and I was like, why am I paying so much for extra and premium when I'm only really using the essential stuff?
Because didn't they bump up the prices as well?
I think so.
That sounds about right.
Everybody's bumping prices up, you know? Oh, and Madam Web, somebody says.
I'm getting cloud storage on Essential is like that's a good package right there.
Yeah.
Essential.
You still get those monthly games. You
at.
still got online multiplayer. You get, like, that's what PlayStation Plus has always been, right?
Yeah.
And then it starts bumping up. Do you want the game catalog? Which so few people do or need.
Do you want the Ubisoft Plus Classics?
I absolutely fucking don't.
If it's got tonic trouble, yes.
I'd be fascinated for the game catalog of, like, is that a thing that brings people in? Because me and you, I don't think.
Let me see what I got here for Super Chats. You asked that, and let's see. Kinda Batman says, I have PlayStation Plus Premium because sometimes a game I haven't played is available to play on there and would cost the same to upgrade as it'd be to buy the game. Okay. Ed Reed Fan 20 says, I have PlayStation Plus Premium strictly because of streaming. If they offered it on Essential, I would switch to the lowest tier. That's what I did for Game Pass.
Okay.
It's $160 a year.
I mean, that's I mean, that's better than $300 or whatever Game Pass is.
Not getting your PlayStation. Yeah. You're not getting your PlayStation.
It's still $18 a month though.
I think it's $360 actually.
What?
For Game Pass.
Oh yeah. It's $30 a month. Yeah,
$30 a month. Yeah, $360.
Yeah. The streaming wars continue.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that Essential or the premium price. That was the one you said.
Oh, you're gonna join up, huh?
No, but I'm not mad at the price.
Hell yeah! Everybody support the Portal. I love my Portal so much. I've played so much on my Portal. Adore it. So yeah, I'm glad that they're getting even more and supporting it. Number 3 on the Roper Report, Nintendo says it plans a consistent release of new films following the Super Mario Galaxy and Zelda movies. This is the one, the only Chris Scullion at VGC.news. Nintendo says it plans to release movies on a regular basis following the success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. In a presentation following the release of its second quarter financial results, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa explained the company's current approach and structure of movies and videos based on its IP. Furukawa noted that rather than simply handing over IP to a film studio and letting them figure it out, Nintendo is quote-unquote deeply involved in the production of its movies, from planning and development through to production. I feel like we've known that forever. Quote, For the Super Mario Brothers movie and the upcoming The Super Mario Galaxy movie, our own Shigeru Miyamoto has served as a co-producer alongside Mr. Chris Meledandri.
Which I'm not even sure if that's right.
Of Illumination, he said. For the live-action movie of The Legend of Zelda, Shigeru Miyamoto is co-producing with Mr. Avi Arad of Arad Productions Incorporated, famous, of course, for Spider-Man, and has been closely involved since the initial planning stages, end quote. Furukawa also noted that Nintendo set up animation production company Nintendo Pictures, which was responsible for the recent Pikmin animated short Close to You, in 2022, and this year launched Nintendo Stars, a subsidiary aimed at proposing, quote, new ways to enjoy our characters through various licensing and secondary use initiatives, end quote. Furukawa then showed a slide titled Building a Framework for a Consistent Release Cadence, which showed Nintendo's 3 confirmed movies: the Super Mario Brothers movie in 2023, the Super Mario Galaxy movie in 2026, and the Legend of Zelda movie in 2027, along with 2 question marks and an ellipses, suggesting there are more films to come.
Bro, you got to bring it up. I got a link to the thing.
These fucking goddamn God damn it. You got to talk to these people like they're goddamn children.
Dude, I was thinking that.
We're building a framework. Here's this movie that you already know came out. Here's this movie that's coming in 2026. Here's this movie coming in 2027. Here's a question mark, a question mark, and a ... So you know we're still making more movies, children.
I think this is why people often think they can be CEOs of a game company. Because as I was reading these quotes, I was like, man, this shit seems easy. Hey guys, we're Nintendo. Yeah, we got a division so we can make, adaptations of our things. Also, we're making more movies. Here's the image that shows that we're making more movies. It's 2 question marks and ellipses.
Good for them. Make more. Excited for the I love Super Mario, and I've watched it a million times since with Ben. Excited for Galaxy. As a Zelda guy, I'm excited for Zelda. Barrett needs a WarioWare movie, apparently.
Yes.
I mean, that's more so my question is, like, what movies are we getting next? When are we getting Smash?
I mean, when are we getting that Donkey Kong?
I was going to say Donkey Kong.
Not leaked, but like talked about in trades, but never officially announced.
Yeah, the DK, I imagine, it would either DK or Mario 3 would be next after Zelda. DK and Mario 3 would be the next 2, I would imagine.
DK.
Donkey Kong Country.
Kong.
I mean, that's what you call it.
Yeah.
Or you call it just Donkey Kong, and then the Donkey Kong movie, and then afterwards, for the second movie, you call it Donkey Kong Country. But wait,
Tropical
snap,
Freeze.
we're jumping forward to Bonanza for some reason.
You know what I think it would be an interesting one is riding the high of all this and doing a Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
What I mean?
A lot of people have been asking for that.
Yeah. People, I see the chat popping off. They keep calling it Metroid. I don't buy it, man. I mean, let's see how Metroid 4 does here. If Prime 4 sells gangbusters, but I just don't buy that they would say we're making a big budget movie for theaters with that. I just don't.
You got to look
Somebody said Animal Crossing, and that does get interesting.
I was going to say, you got to look at Nintendo's Big 5.
Exactly.
Animal Crossing's in there. Pikmin might be in there.
Apparently.
Splatoon. I think these are the kind of movies we're talking about. I don't know what a Splatoon movie looks like. Actually, I do know.
I mean, that's the whole thing. I don't know what an Animal Crossing movie looks like either, but I think Animal Crossing is so humongous.
Yeah.
Such a big IP. I would say that's definitely
Animal Crossing strikes me as a TV show for some reason.
I see.
I can see that. Pokemon Concierge.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to bring that up.
Great minds. My mind is your mind, Barrett. What kind of bread am I thinking of right now? I'll write
sourdough.
Baguette.
So close.
Just a French baguette, you know what I mean? So close. Oh my God. I'm excited to see what's happening with those movies, but I'll move on to something I think is even more exciting. Number 4, Steam Deck now has display off low power download mode. This is a Steam blog post. Today, we are adding a new feature to Steam Deck, enabling it to complete all active downloads in a new display off low power mode before going to sleep. This feature is enabled by default when Steam Deck is plugged into power and can also be enabled on battery power and settings under power. Display off downloads are accessible in 2 ways. While Steam Deck is downloading content, pressing the power button now brings up a new dialog asking whether you'd like to continue downloading with the screen off. Select continue and the Steam Deck will go into the new low power download mode. In addition, Steam Deck will automatically go into this power mode after an idle timeout. While in this mode, if you press a button or move Steam Deck, a new status screen will be shown with download progress. From here, you can fully wake Steam Deck or let it continue downloading with the screen off. When this feature is on active battery power, Steam Deck will automatically go to full sleep mode if the battery falls below 20%. I love them for doing this.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking believe it's taken this long.
Dude, this is up there with Nintendo turning on Bluetooth for the Switch. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where we were like, yo, what the fuck? We're in year whatever of this thing, and you're telling me that it had Bluetooth the whole time? You just needed to update the thing?
As somebody who, I've moved on to be a ROG boy, but I was rocking Steam Deck for a long time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, ROG has the same problems, right? But like Steam Deck, I just couldn't get over that. When I first got it, and I'd turn it, I'd put it down, I'd pick it back up. I'm like, why didn't you download anything?
Yeah.
And I think I might have bitched about it on Twitter or BS, or that's a Blue Sky too. And people were like, oh no, you gotta leave it. I'm like, what the fuck?
You gotta leave it on.
What the fuck?
Insane.
I'm like downloading 72 gigabyte games. I'm just leaving this thing in the room cooking. Like,
just
what is
praying
going on?
Praying it stays on too.
Yeah,
praying it just doesn't turn off.
Yeah, going into the fucking settings, doing this, doing that.
Oh man, thank God. Thank you, Steam Deck.
Thank you, Steam Deck. Make another one.
Yeah, that's my thing. Because I keep looking at speaking of things I'm blowing dust off of, I keep looking at my ROG Ally X.
Yeah.
Ally? I forget which one I have.
You have the Ally.
I have the X?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I keep looking at it and being like, do I just make the full transition to this thing? Because I know it's like powerful, like more powerful than my Steam Deck, but I'm so ingrained into the Steam ecosystem and I love my Steam Deck. But it is getting to the point where I'm like, I could use an upgrade. I want an upgrade. Do I wait for a Steam Deck 2?
Do you have the OLED?
I don't have the OLED. But like at this point,
we're still talking about power though, different.
And it's also the thing where I'm like, am I gonna buy an OLED and then tomorrow Steam's like, oh, here's the Steam Deck 2?
Miss Envy has a great name for the Steam Deck 2, the Steam Porch.
That's good. I like that.
No, take that back.
One day I want a house with like a wraparound porch.
I mean, I would definitely. Again, you know that I've been a ROG believer for a while now. Like, I would at least try it out for a while because it's not like. I get, I just like this, but like you can open big picture mode on it too, and just
like if I press the button, it'll go directly to big picture mode.
What you mean, like turn on your
button.
system?
Yeah. I know with
the new Xbox Allies you can pick where it opens, but I'm not sure
because I
might have to wait for
that
OS to come over there, but I'm not sure if that's correct or incorrect.
I don't want to know that Windows even exists on this thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to know that there's a PC here. I want to turn it on and
here's the
Steam.
Here's the downside. No matter what on either of these devices, you're going to be reminded that's a fucking PC.
I mean, not with the Steam Deck.
No, there's always... Hey, do you want to run this in fucking Proton X or Proton Y?
Okay, but that's different.
Oh, that's different.
That
okay.
I can handle. I just don't want to see a fucking...
Yeah, you handle it because you click a button. You go, I fucking hope to God this works, and you hit okay.
I mean, but it does usually. If I switch... by the time I get to my second or third Proton, that thing's working. It's
last
just a matter of
last
guessing.
night, I finally, I got my fucking entire family into bed, thank God. You know what I mean? I finally sit down, boot up that ROG. I'm like, I just want to do a few runs in Arc Raiders. Get my feet wet.
And you're really in.
I am. But I'm in, but I feel like barely scratched the surface. Like I'm still so early in this game. And this is one of the reasons. It's 9:30. Everybody's in bed. I boot this thing up, right? And I hit Arc Raiders and I get it goes in, loads, and I get the message like, boom, servers are down. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The Arc servers are down the one time I get to play, and I close it out, and I'm like, boot it, servers are down, close it, and I'm like, I don't believe it. I open up my phone, and I'm like Googling in the bed, I'm like, are the Arc servers down? And like the one site that's apparently tracking, like, no, they're up. I'm like, fuck. And so I do I put the error code in that I was getting, and sure as shit, boot it, get to the subreddit thread of like, I'm on an Xbox ROG Ally X and it doesn't work. And then it's the troubleshooting of and I'm like, oh, this is fucking PC goddamn gaming. And so I'm in the settings, I'm doing the thing. Xbox, it's Xbox game services. I update that. That doesn't. They're like, well, if you uninstall Xbox game services and then you boot the Xbox app, then I do all that, boot, and it works. And it's just like this fucking shit.
The PlayStation
would never get old. You just start this guy.
And the
Microsoft
PlayStation got
software,
trophies, Greg.
Huh?
The PlayStation has trophies.
I know it does.
Too.
I know
it's
it
calling
does.
back to you. Let the Green Goblin mask speak to you. The Blue Goblin mask. I don't know why I'm turning into a toxic PlayStation player all of a sudden.
Nah, we're just having fun out here.
It's only when I'm talking
It's
to you.
the shirt.
It is the shirt.
Yeah, look at that. We ended the console wars today. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you got the Nintendo Cup.
Oh, I like Christopher says Steam Gazebo. I like that.
That's good.
I like that. All right. Sorry, Miss Envy. Next time. Number 5 on the Roper Report. Grand Theft Auto Studios accused of union busting after firings. This is Jason Schreier at Bloomberg. Take-Two Interactive Software Incorporated's Rockstar Games fired dozens of employees in a move that a British trade union said was designed to prevent the workers from unionizing. The company said they were fired for misconduct. The GTA maker terminated between 30 and 40 staffers across multiple offices in the UK and Canada on Thursday, according to a spokesperson for the Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain. All of the employees were part of a private trade union chat group on Discord and were either members of the union or attempting to organize at the company, the union spokesperson said. Quote, Rockstar has just carried out one of the most blatant and ruthless acts of union busting in the history of the games industry, Alex Marshall, president of the IWGB, said in a statement. This flagrant contempt for the law and for the lives of the workers who bring in their billions is an insult to their fans and the global industry, end quote. Alan Lewis, a spokesman for for Take-Two, said the firings were, quote, for gross misconduct and for no other reason, and that we fully support Rockstar's ambitions and approach. Rockstar has doubled down on security following a massive leak in 2022 that released dozens of videos of unfinished footage from the company's next game, Grand Theft Auto 6. In early 2024, the company was criticized by the union for asking workers to return to office 5 days a week. Rockstar said the return to office decision was partly for security reasons.
Rockstar Games is headquartered in New York. Zoran Mamdani, do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get in there. Yeah. It's your first task. Figure this shit out.
Top of the fucking thing.
Yeah, look at the CEOs, tax them extra.
Yeah.
Get these buses free.
It doesn't look good here.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, do we know what's going on? No. Fucking unionize. Take it to them. Unionize. And I mean, in general, game workers, take care of yourselves with all the massive layoffs and crazy shit's happening. And it seems like this is a bunch of union busting, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah. I don't really have any hot takes.
I mean, yeah, we like unions. They're kind of funny, surprising. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The only thing I'll add is, when there is stuff like this and union busting from companies that we like and the products that, they make things that we like, let's, hold them accountable and, not let this kind of like just slide under the rug here and there.
Sure.
Yeah. I also know somebody asked in chat, didn't we already know this? This was from over the weekend that slipped through the cracks because it came in after KFGD on Friday. And so it missed a couple KFGDs this week. So I just wanted to get this in.
I'm glad you got it there. And then number 6 is a required reading inside Dante's Purgatorio, the canceled sequel to EA's Dante Inferno. This is Tim Brinkoff over at IGN.
I'm not going to have you read the thing, but
I loved Dante's Inferno from back in the day, so I'm very excited.
Oh, then you should read it when you get the time, or if you want to read it here. But like, this is basically IGN going in. They got the scoop and talked to hella people and got even internal documents about the design, the design documents for Dante's Purgatorio, which was going to be the sequel to Dante's Inferno. And so shout out to Tim Brinkoff and the team at IGN.
Let me just read you the intro graph here. Dante's Inferno celebrates its 15th anniversary this year. Not that there's been any fireworks or cake. Visceral Games' 2010 hack and slash, which saw a crusader named Dante battle through the 9 circles of hell in an attempt to save his fiancée Beatrice from Lucifer, didn't leave the massive zeitgeist-defining impact that publisher EA had hoped for. Plans for an even bigger, more ambitious sequel were unceremoniously laid to rest.
I'll add in this one more sentence here. IGN has obtained an assortment of hitherto unpublished internal documents, including concept art, cutscene storyboards, screenshots of rudimentary level geometry, and last but not least, a 240-page script penned by Assassin's Creed 2 co-writer Joshua Rubin that outlines every stage, boss battle, and plot point planned for Dante's Inferno 2 Purgatorio.
If you've never seen it, Shinobu S in the chat says, it's a blatant God of War clone, but I really love Dante's Inferno. You all know how I love God of War for 2018 and forward. Dante's Inferno was the answer to, I just did not like Kratos. I did not like his motivations. I couldn't get into the story, so I didn't like the original God of Wars. Dante's Inferno was, man, I love this story and I love the gameplay for it. And I had such a great time with it.
Shout out as well to Shinobi 602. If you want to hear some of the bullet points here about the details.
No, make him go read it. But
well, just a few of the bullet points here, right? So, like I mentioned, it was penned by Assassin's Creed 2 co-writer Joshua Rubin. He progressed deeper into pre-production, meant to be an AC1 to AC2 level jump. Levels included Dante venturing into the Garden of Eden, Mount Purgatory, more levels of hell, etc. Climbing segments would be akin to puzzles, searching for ledges you can grasp, and then I'll let you read the rest.
Link in the description below.
Dante's Inferno and Purgatorio is huge news.
Purgatorio.
Spriggarito's there too.
Whoa.
Sprigatito. But if I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I needed to know about, where would I go?
They're all Dorito spinoffs. You can go to our last news story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
Number 7, the Wii News from Variety. Blizzard has unveiled the pricing and on-sale date for tickets to BlizzCon 2026. Its first BlizzCon since 2023. The BlizzCon Pass grants full 2-day weekend admission to BlizzCon, which will run September 12th through the 13th, 2026 in Anaheim, California. I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
For what? Diablo?
No, for Diablo. Yeah, exactly.
Just cause?
Yeah, no, when I read Jason's book,
you got it.
No, yeah. I got The Rise, Fall, and Future of Blizzard, but it was called, Nice Try. No. Is it what Nice Try?
I'm looking it up.
Good. Jason Schreier's book about Blizzard that I loved.
Oh, you're so
Play
close.
Nice.
Yeah, Play Nice.
Anyway,
The Rise, Fall, and Future of Blizzard.
Got the subtitle. That's great. Which you all should go read and loved it. It was one of those things, reading it and like the history and obviously the failures and foibles and everything else. I was like, damn, this is such a cool culture. And I never really, as a Diablo guy, I always thought so much about Diablo, not about Blizzard as a whole or whatever. So yeah, I want to go just to chill out and see what's up. Nintendo Store app is now available on Android and iOS. Atari 50, the anniversary celebration DLC, the Namco Legendary Pack, launches November 13th. And then One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 launches November 21st on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch 2, DLC Pack 7 on the same day. And that's it for Wii News. Well, let's get through some of these super chats before we get on our way and get to that Gamescast. Ivan sent one and then redacted it, so I don't know what you were saying, Ivan, but I appreciate it. Maddie Can said, a work from home day where I actually catch you guys live. I made Spotify as my channel of choice, so get Tim to stop yelling at me at the beginning of episodes. No, you have to hear about the Spotify thing. Go do it. Then Ivan came back. Birthday text from my wifey, Tanya, who turns 29 today. Just want to wish her a happy birthday, and I can't wait to celebrate. Aw, happy birthday.
Tanya?
Yes.
Is it spelled different?
Tanya.
I guess that is like an extra N than I would expect.
There's a lot going on there. It's not for me personally, it's not a Tanya spelling I've seen before.
That's fair.
Tanya, if your name is Tanya and not Tanya, I apologize. Happy birthday, Tanya. Happy birthday, Tanya. Tanya, if you do spell your name Tanya, consider getting rid of one of the
Get rid of one of those N's. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or if your partner misspelled your name.
You think Ivan redacted the message and then still fucked it up? Wow. You hate to see it. Gabe super chat and says, birthday tax. It's my birthday and I have a grilled cheese. Life is good.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Enjoy that grilled cheese. Jonathan says, birthday tax for those that come after. I'm turning 33 today. Expedition 33 hit different for me and also game of the year. If you were to be Gomage, what game would you want to experience knowing it would be your last game? That's a good question. Really good Happy birthday.
Can I pick like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild so it'd be longer?
I don't think so. I think you know when your birthday is, so what's the last thing you're playing before you bounce?
Mario 64.
See, I do Infamous.
Nice. Infamous.
Yeah, run around Empire City.
Fair enough.
One last time.
Yeah, for me it's the full circle thing of starting my life with Mario 64 and then ending my life with Mario 64.
Sure, I appreciate that.
Damn,
you came out the womb.
You were playing it at the hospital.
Wendell says, Bless, did you see chunky/lanky statues in Bonanza?
Maybe. Donkey Kong Bonanza for me feels like a blur for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like I blacked out and played that entire game. But I do remember seeing the lanky references in like one of the ending levels. And that's all I'll say.
Wavy Raven super chats and says, birthday tax. I turned 23 years old today. Glad I'm here to spend it with the Kind of Funny crew. Thank you for all you do. Happy birthday, Wavy Raven. So many birthdays today. It's crazy. Rick L says a Venom game would work if it's Agent Venom. Flash Thompson becomes Venom in the comics, uses guns and other types of weapons, different combat style. Very true. And it'd be cool to see that the locomotion we know so well from Insomniac back to the Sunset Overdrive shooting.
Hear me out.
Stuff.
The Venom game,
cool.
but it's Watch Dogs Legion. You just play as a symbiote going from human being to human being. They're nondescript, non-named people.
I don't like it, but I see it.
Yeah, you can see the vision.
Crab B Patty, of course, super chat says, give me Hades, but replace the gods with X-Men. I would love something like that.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Lucid Dream in chat says breaking. And I'm reading this from chat, so I take it with a grain of salt. But
no!
I don't know why Lucid Dream would lie about this.
No!
They say Terminator, no fate, delayed until December 12th. I'm going to double check for good measure.
Is that only a week delay? Because I feel like it was already coming out in December at this point.
It was November. It was November.
It was November?
It was November.
I
I already
like
put on the
about to come
goddamn
out.
fucking schedule. I'm excited to play
Oh,
the
it was going to be
game.
3 weeks from now. So it was originally, it got delayed to 2 weeks.
Yep. I see the confirmation here from IGN.
What's the excuse now? Because it was tariffs before.
First of all, we want to start by saying thank you.
Too late. No, I don't want to. You can stuff the thank yous in a sack.
We know you waited longer than expected for the release of Terminator, and we truly appreciate your patience and support through the journey.
It's waning thin.
The physical components for all they're doing the whole update. Hold on. Because okay, let me read this part. The physical components for all editions have now finally arrived, following the ongoing delays that pushed us off our previous schedules. However, we now have to assemble the physical editions, which we need some time to do. Because of this, we are moving the launch date to December 12th. So they need to put them together like Legos, so they can ship them.
There's two different tracks.
It's an indie team.
There's an A and B track here. All right. Number one. A1, 1A, whichever one you want, numbers you want, fucking letters, okay? Fucking give us your location and buy pizzas. I will come over and I will help you assemble the fucking statues. Is that what we're hung up on? It can be a fun community thing. I can have 50 people there and we can make the fucking statues.
Invite everybody who pre-ordered the statues. They all come over. They build their own statues. They walk out with a gift.
Number 2/B, okay? Stop holding it back for the digital people. I'm on the right side of history. I don't want the landfills filled with the plastic fucking shitty statues. All right?
The environment.
Just let me play the fucking game. I care about the world. Captain Planet, that's me.
I do find it weird that they're really holding this off for the special edition. Like, I get putting
How
out
many
like the
did you
special
sell?
edition. Just
What
like,
is in the special edition?
Like, just
Terminator,
release the game.
apparently.
I feel like physical editions
2D.
are like a niche thing already that
No
usually come out after the
physical
game is out. You know? It's a weird thing.
Was it a Kickstarter thing? Is this like we want to
I
meet
have no
our
idea. Maybe.
backers? Like we want to make sure we're putting our backers first kind of thing?
That could be it.
While you're doing that, I'm looking at You're Wrong. Lucid Dream says, and You're Wrong, Tekken 3 is not locked behind PS Plus Premium. You can buy it a la carte for $10. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to do that. Let's see. Oh, Portland Kevin just said the same thing. So that's the only You're Wrong we have.
You couldn't do you need premium, though, to do the streaming, though, right?
Oh, yeah, but that's not what...
That wasn't what you were hung up on?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I was hung up on I want to play Tekken 3, but I'm not paying for the premium thing for that. What's that special edition looking like?
All right. Oh, my fucking God. All right. So it's trash. There's a fucking Terminator goddamn coin. I'm getting... Oh, my fucking Jesus. It's an art book, a flip book, a steel book. How many goddamn books do I need? A Fiery Visions cloth poster, premium metal paperweight, and a collector's tin.
Oh, yeah, that's going to take them a while to put together.
Is it the tins? I need to come assemble the fucking tins for you? I will do it. Who the fuck wants this paperweight?
I've never heard that reasoning before for a game delay, but it does make sense. They're like, yo, we got a lot of shit in this collector's edition.
I agree. You have a lot of shit in this.
We got to put it together.
You have a lot of trash in this for your good-looking game. That cloth poster. Who's hanging this in the room? They're never gonna have sex.
It's
what
so
are we
of the
talking
era,
about?
though. I fucking love it. It's so
Now,
bad,
is it
but
the
so good.
Collectors, or is it just the physical?
No, this is the collector's edition.
The physical, because they say the physical. Oh, for all editions. I see. Yeah, that's going to take them a while. Hopefully, it's not just like the 10-person development team or however many people they got working on this thing. Because I imagine it's like they got 10 people who made the game, and now they're like, all right, get in the factory, the factory room. We're putting together all this stuff.
This has been another episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily in the Books. I hope you have a great day. Like, subscribe, share, get the membership because I gotta buy tickets to go wherever these people are, and I gotta roll the cloth mats and put them in the fucking box. I gotta take the steel books and put the fucking steel. Who cares?
I'm sure your employees have
I've
friends
never
that
liked
call.
you physical collectors, and you fucked me again on this one. All right? I gave up the goddamn PC hill. I'm not giving up the digital hill. You're holding us back to have trash in your fucking rooms next to your goddamn Naruto headbands, all right? Get your goddamn body pillows, put them in the trash. Go to Macy's, buy a shirt and a tie. Be respectable, you fucking psychos. Goodbye. Fuck!